Hello, it's Larissa Coe. Today we are going to turn your grid drawing into a line drawing in permanent marker or pen if you have that. So the first step is to do a few sketches and decide how you want the finished product to look. You definitely want to keep some of the characteristics of the photograph. You want it to look realistic, as in you can recognize the image. But you can use some creativity as well and decide if you want to add some extra elements. Do you want to make it really simple? Do you want to add a lot of complex lines to give it some depth? You decide what you want to do with it in the sketching phase and then carry it out from there. So this is going to be in permanent ink. I pulled out all of my Sharpies that I had and a few pens. So I have one pen that I decided I like to use, and then my juiciest Sharpie was the medium-sized one, and that one was the easiest to work with in my sketchbook, so it'll be the easiest to work with also on my finished drawing. So I just am going in with that and going over each of the lines that I drew in my grid drawing. You can choose to leave some lines out if you would like, or add some in too. Remember that you can go where you want to go with this, but obviously this is permanent ink, so decide before you go in because you cannot erase. And now I'm going to erase my grid and all of my penciled lines. Make sure the Sharpie is totally dry before you go in and erase. So now I am adding to my drawing. I wanted to put something kind of magical and exciting and childlike in the background space, just to give it more of the feeling that I want it to have. I want it to have a really positive message, despite her obviously being attached to machines and things like that. And so I took the pattern that originally was on her little nightgown that she wore in the image, and I kind of based the rockets and stars and planets off of that. But I did it really how I wanted to. And I did that in pen. And then I went in with that same pen and scratched in some more little lines where I thought the shading was really important. And here is my finished product, but I ultimately decided that it would be better to have those background drawings in the same Sharpie. So as my correction after looking at it more closely, I colored those back in with the medium-sized Sharpie as well. When you are looking to figure out what you want to change to improve your drawing or any artwork, I strongly recommend holding it up far away from you, maybe even taking a 10-minute break and then coming back. Sometimes fresh eyes do a better job at determining what needs to change. When you've been staring at something so close for so long, it's almost harder to see it for what it is. So if you take a break, come back, look at it again, then you can find some details that you might want to adjust a little bit and make those changes, and you should be done. Hopefully you are happy with what you create. I'm excited to see it.